Hi, so welcome to this week's Tarot Talk, the energetic card pull. So as always, I'm just going to start off just by giving the cards a little shuffle and we'll just see what pops out and what energy it is we need to be looking at for working throughout the week. So did miss one last week, apologies, but I was on a course, so I was a little bit busy. By the time I got around to it, it was near the end of the week, so okay. So let's see what we're getting today. Ooh, we're getting the moon today. So it's a lovely card of just like delving deep, working with that intuition. So I think this is perfect for this time of year, you know, really entering those darker times now. You know, you feel the nights creeping in, the mornings are like darker, colder, and we've just got this gorgeous card here, just all about, you know, literally working with this moon, that glorious, you know, mystical feminine energy, and just all about working with our intuition and also like working within that light and the dark. So we've got the wolf, we've got the domesticated dog. So it's all about, you know, embracing the wilder side, but also about, you know, keeping within those confines, for a better word, of like, you know, that domestication. But yeah, very much all about finding this balance in between these energies as well, because we don't want one to be to the detriment of the other. You know, if we're a little bit too wild, then, you know, things can get a bit crazy. But then when we're too good all the time, we're doing as we're told, following every single rule, there's no fun in that, there's no joy in that. So it's all about embracing the light and the dark within. And I think this is a lovely card as well, just as a little reminder to maybe start getting deeper into that shadow work and working with those, you know, the shadow self. It is a side that a lot of people like to try and deny, and you know, you might hear these phrases of like, you know, I'm just love and light. People trying to deny that dark side just a little bit too much. Everybody's got one. There is absolutely no denying that, and it's not a bad thing, because that's where most of our learnings and lessons come from. So this is just a really nice reminder now, as we are getting dark, to kind of like start working with that darker energy as well. Don't be afraid of embracing it. Just, you know, while we still keep that nice little light on. And as well, you know, we can see we've got this mermaid, she's flowing deep under the water. And it can almost kind of like be that feeling of, are you feeling a bit overwhelmed? Are you drowning within things? You know, feeling everything's getting on top of you. It's just a little bit too much. But again, it's just that reminder of, you know, we've got this lovely moonlight just reflecting down through the water. And just reminding, you know, just to follow the light back to the way home as well. So again, all about that very much, the balance, you know, the dark, murky depths of the water. You know, and working within that and having to go down deep into those layers, deep into the self, but still just keeping that focus on the light and being able to move back up to that. So it's about embracing both sides of ourselves. So if that's something that you're currently struggling with at the moment, you know, it might feel like the darker times coming in, you may feel that you feel like that seasonal depression and you start feeling down. So it's just that nice little reminder just to work within both those energies, okay? So let's just see what our Oracle card has in store for us as well. I forgot to get these out of the box. So we'll just give these a little shuffle and just see if this corresponds, if it conflicts. Because sometimes you can just get like a little message of just, you know, the opposite direction as well, just reminding of us balance. And we have the bee spirits. And the message there is sweet results await. As we can see, you know, again, quite like the moon card, we've got this lovely nice ball of white light here. We've got all the honeycomb as well woven into it, which I think is very lovely. So the bee, you know, if you can see, don't know how closely you can see on there, but you can see all these little like mechanics in on him. So it's that little reminder of like, you know, the worker bee, the hard work pays off, you know, those sweet results await. So that can be that hard work, that deep work, that shadow work, that really diving into within the self. That is where those sweet results come from. So when you really get to know yourself on this deep level and you don't fear your shadow, you can embrace the darkness within, you know, and then you can start finding that balance and just know that it's perfectly normal for us to have a dark and a light side. It's just the reflection of nature as well, you know. We have day, we have night, and that shifts constantly, and we need both. So that's just that nice little reminder just to actually dive deep and do that work and just work with those both sides of yourself. And that's when you'll probably get that aha moment, or you might start to notice that your relationship with yourself, with other people, starts to improve because you're not trying to hide who you are, you're embracing it and you're fully stepping into it. So that is the message for this week. So drop anything into the comments as always. If you've got any questions, anything you'd like to share, if there's any cards that you'd like to pull, then you know, feel free just to jump in and just share everything. Okay, so as always, have a lovely week, take care, and I will see you very soon.